Hello, I'm Joachim Duplessis. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. St. Lucia faces declining voter turnout, a trend documented by columnist Cletus Springer. Springer's recent analysis in The Voice reveals a drop from 56.8% voter participation in 2011 to 51% in 2021, mirroring similar declines across the Caribbean. He advocates for mandatory voting as a solution, drawing parallels with countries like Australia where participation is both legally required and culturally celebrated. Springer contends this reform could reduce corruption, campaign spending, and increase civic engagement. He also highlights the historical significance of universal adult suffrage, reminding citizens that voting is a responsibility, not merely a privilege. Given the proposal of a shift towards mandatory voting to combat voter apathy and strengthen St. Lucia's democracy, we asked, do you believe compulsory voting would improve civic engagement in the electoral process? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
As really and truly, voting should be compulsory. Yes, because if not, we could probably go into a coup. We could have lots of things could happen, Collie, you know. And I think with what the government is doing at the end of the day, it's a bold initiative. I'm happy with that. You know, we should vote. We should elect a government. You know, at the end of the day, we need to have some people, a government to represent us at all costs.
Because the scripture talks about it, and people have only one vote, and it's only for 5 years, so it must compulsory, and people must wake up. Because those many other times in life when we that go to the poll and those that don't go to the poll, they benefit much more. So it is compulsory. Christ speak about it in a word, so we must follow it as citizens of this country, Senator.
It should be compulsory because we are living in a nation of people, and if everybody is just doing their own thing, then we're going to have a lot of chaos. So I believe that somebody must be in charge, somebody must be in control in order to keep things in order. So definitely people should vote in a country or in a nation.
What I believe, we all should participate. But the thing about it is that we need to sensitize people to understand the importance of voting. But if you decide to say, oh, it's compulsory, like as if you make sure everybody must vote, the person have a right whether they choose to or not. But at the end of the day, it's a very important thing, and we need to try to sensitize the public the importance of voting. To sensitize the public the importance of voting.
It is necessary because it's your right, it's your voice. And persons that do not want to vote shouldn't have any participation in a political affiliation, because no matter which sides I am as a politician, and if you tell me you don't vote, it hurts me because either sides have to get a vote. When the two roosters fighting in a ring, one win, one lose. So, you know, you have to vote to get things going. What's the problem for not voting? Voting is your right, your solidarity to bring a party together to form the government so we can seek better. And then whenever it goes on, it's better or worse. We all go with the flow because we have to vote. The process of voting is a democratic right. Okay, we don't want to go down the line where Grenada went or a lot of the African countries. We want to remain within our parameters of democracy. And then when we continue to vote, that means we exercise our democratic right. So those who refuse to vote, apparently they want to go to a coup or something of power by force. This is not accepted. Zero tolerance to non-voting. It's not accepted.
Yeah, voting should be compulsory because that you're there to take and put. But there is some people that don't want to vote because of that politicians are promising something, and one day in power, one day under seat, they don't deliver. So that is why a lot of people don't want to vote. But at the end of the day, it is very important because you have to vote to at least to better the country.
Voting should not be compulsory. It's all left to the individual to choose whether to do it or not. No prime minister, his cabinet, should force anyone to do such thing. You are violating the human right if it is so.
In my opinion, I would say yes, in a sense that if it is compulsory that you vote as long as you're eligible, then you share your voice. You have a voice that you could share your opinion on which party you want to represent if things are not going right. And if it is not compulsory, it is optional. Certain things may not be going in the country's best interest, and you'll be complaining, and because of your efforts it remains that way. So I feel 5 years is too long to wait to change that government. So I feel in that sense it should be compulsory that if things are not going right, that one have to vote to make things right. The other thing is I feel people should exercise their democratic rights, because if not, there might be a possibility that we might have coups in our country, just like other countries like Africa, and would not want this. So this is why I feel that it should be compulsory that everybody vote.
I cannot vote for somebody. You cannot make it compulsory for me to vote for somebody that I do not want. So this is why I'm saying that it should not be compulsory, because because look, I do not want Shasni, and I do not want Sean Edwards. You understand? So that means I will abstain. I will not vote. That is just it.
Don't you think it's important to teach people the importance of voting?
I think it is important to teach people the importance of voting and why somebody should vote. You should always explain to them, let them know. But I think most St. Lucians know the importance of voting and why they should vote. But, however, it should not be compulsory.
Because voting is a decision you're taking for your country. You see, you cannot stay there, and allow other people to take that decision. And then when things are nice, you are the ones making risk to benefit. You see, it has to be compulsory. Everybody should be involved in the voting process, because that is a decision you have to take every 5 years for the benefit of your country. They should make it compulsory. Everybody is supposed to vote.
Compulsory, no. It's a democratic process. Everybody has a right to be making a choice, a decision to vote whether they want to be part of elections or not. It's their right, it's their constitutional right, it's their choice. I don't think so.
Now to our new discussion. A recent report of alleged violence involving a parent at a secondary school has intensified worries about increasing incidents of violence within the island's education institutions. The St. Lucia Teachers Union has urgently appealed for a coordinated and swift response to restore safety and order in the nation's classrooms. SLTU President Vern Charles has expressed the union's profound concern over the repeated disruptions to the teaching and learning caused by those violent episodes. The Ministry of Education has recognized the seriousness of the reported event and stressed the importance of suitable methods for resolving conflicts. As discussions progress on reinforcing anti-bullying measures and expanding mental health resources in schools, the persistent problem of bullying remains a key concern for both educators and parents. So we ask, do you believe enough is currently being done to effectively address bullying in St. Lucia schools? Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.